As a young and inventive boy growing up, Sebastian spent hours dreaming up, building Lego castles and spaceships. His inquisitive mind eventually led him to study business where he was able to excel. He continued to be passionate about building as a young adult, and he grew to be interested in building wealth not only for himself, but for his network. As a handsome and captivating speaker, Sebastian developed the skills to woo his audience, gain their trust, and fleece their wallets. His life could have been so different had he made different choices. Don't let the clean-cut baby-face images of Sebastian fool you. His innocent exterior hides darkness. Today, Sebastian faces conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, conspiracy to commit securities fraud, and other acts related to defrauding. Meet the notorious Sebastian Greenwood. This is his story. Notorious. Hey there, welcome. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the recovering Hunbot. I create anti-MLM videos and I also kind of dip into some true crime and white collar crime. Basically, I like to cover scammy things and the people behind them and tell their stories. Today's video is another episode of my Notorious series in which I attempt to unravel the life and many schemes of former OneCoin leaders and whatever they were involved in. This video addresses Carl Sebastian Greenwood's involvement as the co-founder of the cryptocurrency multi-level marketing company One Life, OneCoin. If you have not watched the other videos, it would be helpful to do so because all of these people are interconnected. Each video focuses on one individual, but some of the same names come up over and over. The entire story will culminate when I get to Ruja Ignotova, the missing crypto queen herself. I find the story of each person involved to be fascinating and revolting. The stay-at-home mom shilling makeup, leggings, or shakes is not a real scammer in multi-level marketing. The real scammers sit at the top, the creators of these companies and those they surround themselves with who, more often than not, also have a history in the quote industry, so to speak. The story is not pretty and it's very dark. Try as I may to provide a comprehensive history about each person, there is still so much that remains a mystery to me. Maybe you can fill in the gaps. As I research each person, it becomes very evident that they seem to have no ethics or morals. How else could anyone knowingly be this deceitful? Sit back and buckle up because this is a very bumpy ride. The contents of this video is based on my research experience and opinions. It is intended for entertainment purposes. As always, please go do your own research, but dig deep. Go into the tiny crevices, connect the dots. Also, be kind to each other and to me in the comment section. Carl Sebastian Greenwood was born and raised in Stockholm, Sweden. As a young child, Sebastian wanted to build the largest and most impressive Lego structure. From 1992 to 1995, Sebastian attended Östra Real College in Stockholm. From there, he went on to attend Regent's University in London, where he studied marketing and finance from 1996 to 2002, and it is there where he earned his bachelor's degree. From 1999 to 2000, Sebastian attended Berkeley College in New York to study international business. Then from 2000 to 2001, Sebastian attended the European Business School Ostrich-Winkel, where he continued his studies in business management and marketing. Allegedly, he was a junior analyst for Bloomberg Financial Markets, which is a company that provides financial data, news, and insight to financial markets. Sebastian first became interested in network marketing in 2003 when a colleague first introduced it to him. Allegedly, he joined 5 other multi-level marketing companies before Greenwood experienced what he called success by receiving a $100,000 paycheck. In 2003, this was just 6 years before the cryptocurrency Bitcoin hit the market and 11 years before Greenwood co-founded OneCoin with Ruja Ignotova, the alleged crypto queen who vanished in 2017. Although this is not the story of OneCoin, and I have told parts of its story in earlier videos, suffice it to say OneCoin was a ruse. It was never what it claimed to be. OneCoin was a house of cards, and when Ruja disappeared, the house fell. Cryptocurrencies operate on what is called a blockchain. OneCoin never had one. It only had an SQL server which could be manipulated and make the various investors think whatever those in charge wanted them to think. It was overall just a farce. As early as 2016, OneCoin was not looked on favorably by several countries and some regulators in Austria, Samoa, and Italy, and it was also thought to be a pyramid scheme. As a multi-level marketing company, OneCoin did not have just an annual conference. Rather, the heart of the company was elaborate events showcasing top leaders and their extravagant lifestyle for the purpose of luring others into the overall scheme with promises of riches ahead. OneCoin was going to teach them through their educational products everything anyone would need to know about cryptocurrency. There was just one problem. Their materials were just basically copy and paste material that's easily found for free online. To get the One Academy training materials, you had to pay, but what you needed to get you to make that decision was someone who could tap into your emotions and make you trust the story they told. Sebastian was the front man and face of OneCoin at the lavish events around the world. He looked successful, he sounded successful, and his ability to speak 4 languages helped him connect with the crowd. Through his stage performances, he professed to have a passion to help others achieve the dream life. He introduced OneCoin top leaders such as Kari Walrus, Igor E. Alberts, Juha Perila, and the Stein Killers at the various OneCoin events. These leaders in turn added their own spin and story to the overall illusion that OneCoin was a viable, real cryptocurrency. Overall, Sebastian was responsible to pitch OneCoin to the crowd, soliciting to new so-called investors into joining. His actions resulted in OneCoin receiving over $1 billion from those who invested in what they thought was going to lead them to becoming rich. Not only did Sebastian entice people to join at these events, he used social media to promote the so-called OneCoin opportunity. Having been involved in network marketing since 2003, coupled with Sebastian's education in business, marketing, and economics, he was able to assist Ruja with devising the OneCoin scheme and its predecessor, Bitcoin. Bitcoin was based out of Hong Kong and was launched in 2013 as a multi-level marketing cryptocurrency. In 2013, Sebastian was connected to SiteTalk as an affiliate member. SiteTalk was owned by this guy, Frank Ricketts, who does not exactly have the cleanest of reputations. Site Talk combined a binary MLM compensation plan, a shopping portal, travel site, education platform, pay-per-click advertising, and social media all rolled into one. It is suspected that given the alleged history of involvement in various schemes, Rickett was connected to setting up a shell company for OneCoin to use to launder money. Bitcoin was Ruja's and Sebastian's first Ponzi scheme, which operated through Greenwood's Prosper Limited. It operated within Bitcoin with its own fee structure and downline members who were differentiated from the Bitcoin affiliate base. However, outside of Bitcoin itself, there was no value. Ruja, though, announced to Bitcoin members the ability to convert their Bitcoin tokens to shares of Crypto Real Investment Trust. She claimed by doing this, members were converting virtual assets into real assets. This magic act, though, did little to stop the implosion of Bitcoin, which teetered on the verge of collapse in August of 2014. The uncertainty of Bitcoin is what prompted the creation of another alleged cryptocurrency that would become known as OneCoin. Greenwood's failed Lupium platform was rebranded as Zuprium Consultancy Limited in 2014, which then became CoolStack Limited, and then finally we arrived at OneCoin after CoolStack Limited rebranded itself. Allegedly, Sebastian's Lupium was a new way to receive and send money around the world for those who needed alternative banking methods and access to funds 24/7, 365. Once he became involved with Bitcoin, Sebastian did not focus on Lupium. Overall, OneCoin was really another version of Bitcoin. After acquiring any and every multi-level marketing type organization she could, in 2014, it is believed Ruja and Greenwood were developing the OneCoin compensation plan. However, allegedly from its inception, OneCoin was created to deceive, as revealed in an email exchange between the two OneCoin founders. Ruja, get members to think that they are mining their OneCoin via crunching, exchanging tokens for OneCoin. This story is good, as people will then not go super crazy and just try to sell tokens all the time. Greenwood, the concept of converting tokens into OneCoin is an important phase for validity and truth behind the OneCoin. The so-called mining of coins is a concept that is very familiar in the industry and a story we can sell to the members. Ruja, we are not mining actually, but telling people poop. Ruja, trading coin, stable exchange, always close on a high price, end of day, open day with high price, build confidence, better manipulation so investors are happy. Ruja, we can manipulate the exchange by simulating some volatility and intraday pricing. Bitcoin taught Greenwood and Ignotova the lesson that Ponzi points outside of the scheme itself had no value and the end result would be collapse. To overcome this, at least temporarily, the duo concocted a cryptocurrency that could not go public until 80% of the points had been generated. This method meant that those sitting on top of the scheme had plenty of time to defraud those who joined after the top investors did. I suspect the lavish recruitment events coupled with the flashy lifestyle Greenwood portrayed were put in place to keep the illusion going for as long as possible. Just don't look behind the curtain, because there is really no great and powerful wizard who can change your life with you investing your life savings into OneCoin. In 2016, OneCoin acquired a company called the Opportunity Network, or OPN, and SiteTalk also was owned by Frank Ricketts. Frank was given a black diamond position in OneCoin's compensation plan, which lasted for about 7 months until Frankie stepped down. Between his initial introduction to the world of multi-level marketing, Sebastian traded his business and marketing education to be entwined in a world where organizations are able to spin deceit into a web that captures anyone whose trust they gain and whose pockets they can pick. I suspect his involvement with SiteTalk helped Frank decide to merge with OneCoin. Plus, he was given that plum spot and took what money he could from whoever was paying in to join as a OneCoin investor at that time. As I cover the stories of the former top OneCoin leaders, a pattern emerges. They seem to have connections to each other in some way, each one with a different type of scheme before joining forces with OneCoin, and then they align with a new scheme after departing from OneCoin. The now infamous words that Ruja uttered to an audience of thousands at Wembley Arena, that her cryptocurrency OneCoin was the Bitcoin killer, seemed to have ushered in the last hurrah of the crowd turning over their life savings to become a OneCoin investor. The face of OneCoin, Sebastian Greenwood, became much more private in late 2016, just before OneCoin collapsed and stopped paying affiliate ROI requests. Sebastian must have known that funds from the scheme were drying up and began to distance himself from the non-stop recruitment event extravaganza. After Ruja never arrived to speak in Lisbon in 2017, things did not get better for OneCoin. In fact, top leaders began to drop like flies. Greenwood co-owned a master distributor position and multiple top positions with Juha Purila, who was part of the Steinkiller brothers' One Dream team. It is estimated after joining OneCoin by January of 2016, Juha was earning $4 million a month. Sometime in May of 2018, Chinese authorities recovered an estimate $7.2 million tied to OneCoin from a bank account held in Greenwood's name. The various recruitment events were nothing more than a means for Greenwood and other top OneCoin fat cats to continue convincing those who have invested and lost money to invest more, or to get new people to join as affiliates with the promise that when OneCoin is released, they would rake it in, so to speak. The thing is, whoever is at the bottom and willing to pay for the opportunity to be at the top is actually paying for people like the Steinkiller brothers, Igor E. Albers, Kari Woolroos, Juha Purila, and Greenwood to be able to make fat withdrawals. At its height, it is estimated OneCoin had 3 million investors. In 2018, when Greenwood was in Thailand, he was not aware that his freedom was going to end. He was arrested in November of 2018 and later extradited to the United States, where he is awaiting trial. Gone are the days of traveling on a private plane. Gone are the days of feeling like a celebrity. Gone are the days of wearing posh designer clothes. Gone are the dreams of Sebastian playing golf and yachting. For now, Sebastian waits. He will face the charges for his involvement with OneCoin. The date has been set and changed multiple times over the past year. During a pre-trial conference, it was revealed the U.S. government had 150,000 pages of emails and other material on 2 hard drives. Also, the United States Department of Justice uncovered a video in which Ruja attributed the overall multi-level marketing structure of OneCoin to Founder 2. it is suggested that Founder 2 sounds a lot like Greenwood. Allegedly, Founder 2 promoted OneCoin at events and self-identified as OneCoin's Master Distributor 001, which is what Greenwood called himself. I anticipate Greenwood will be paying the piper sometime in the near future. What are your thoughts about Greenwood's story and his involvement in OneCoin? What do you think will be the results when he is fully prosecuted? And would you like me to update you on the outcome of his prosecution? Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you watching, and remember, you're beautiful and I love you.